This fundamental list by Jalen is going to be called Sneaky Big Offseason Moves.
Absolutely. We're going to talk so very much about the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers, and rightfully so. But I want to take people deeper into the box score with 5 teams that are now looking at themselves like, we did a really good job this offseason. At number 5, the Washington Wizards. If they acquire Dwight Howard, they've already signed Jeff Green to go with Kelly Oubre and Porter. We know about their all-star backcourt in Wall and Beal. They had a disappointing season. There have been times that Dwight Howard and John Wall have been pegged as probably the most athletic people to play their positions. To have them on the same team in the Eastern Conference, that could be a problem for the opponents. Number 4, this team was tanking last year. Now all of a sudden, they had a really good offseason. They found love eventually in DeAndre Jordan, as you acknowledged. They drafted Luka Doncic with a lottery pick. And another sneaky move that they did, they got the College Player of the Year in Jalen Brunson. That nobody's talking about it, to go with Dennis Smith Jr., who had an amazing rookie season and shown that he's got a bright future in the league.
I like that one.
Number 3, this team was also tanking, but it paid off for the Phoenix Suns. For those that haven't been paying attention, they re-signed Devin Booker, their franchise player. They had the number 1 overall pick in DeAndre Ayton. They also acquired Mikal Bridges from Villanova, who's a terrific two-way player, plus signed another two-way player in Trevor Ariza away from the Houston Rockets. And I love the addition by subtraction. Make your team better while crippling the opponent.
They're so young, but fascinating. Can they make the playoffs this year?
They are not going to be in the playoffs in the Western Conference, but they're going to have the level of promise that shows you that they have a core group that has a bright future.
Yeah, in the East, they'd be a 3 seed. All right, go ahead.
No question about it. And number 2, if you watch this program, you've heard me talk about this squad a lot.
You love them.
If you're looking for a bandwagon to jump on, especially in the Western Conference, or to go to Delaware and just drop a couple of coins on,
buy low, sell high,
it's the Denver Nuggets. They have a terrific young backcourt in Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. They just re-signed the Joker. Jokic, their center, who's amongst the league leaders, and ready for this? Triple doubles of all categories, okay? They brought back Will Barton. They also have Paul Millsap, and in the draft, they got a guy that could have went number 3, but he fell because of injury, Michael Porter Jr. They will not only be in the playoffs, but they're going to be a top-tier playoff team that nobody's talking about.
They got knocked out the last day last year, right? Last day of the season.
And number 1.
What's number 1?
They hosted a party for a free agent this offseason. The Oklahoma City Thunder. For those that don't know, they have a point guard that averaged triple-doubles in back-to-back seasons. Steven Adams plays as hard as any player in the league. You bring back Paul George. You re-sign Grant up front. You get back Robertson as well. Now all of a sudden, I look at their team, and then they bring in Nerlens Noel. For those who haven't been paying attention to the league, he turned down a $70 million deal with the Dallas Mavs, and then they buried him, Greeny. They didn't even play him anymore.
But what do you do?
He's going to be fresh and motivated to perform for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
What about the Carmelo part of that?
That's the other part of it. They have Carmelo Anthony at a $28 million salary. Say worst case scenario, Carmelo Anthony plays this year out. They're going to have his flexibility next year, number 1. But number 2, if they stretch Carmelo, puts him in position to probably get another player. And for those that said OKC's not willing to spend, today as we stand, $300 million tax bill.
Top dogs.
That's how much this franchise was purchased for. So they're going for it. So that's number 1 this offseason.
That's the team that didn't keep James Harden because they didn't want to pay the tax on it back then. But it's a totally different era of basketball now. And I understand why they did what they did. Anything there jump out to you?
I'm shocked that you have Oklahoma City first in the offseason moves. Because they're
sneaky.
I know. It doesn't feel as much because I realize we all thought Paul George was leaving, but they kept a guy that they already had, and we saw what they were able to do last year, which wasn't a lot. So that's why I'm a little shocked. Number 1, that's all.
Robertson back. Grant back. You bring in Noel. Like, they have the versatility up front now that's going to cause havoc for opponents.
And there's one huge shoe that we're all still obviously waiting to drop. It won't be sneaky at all. But at some point, we think Kawhi Leonard is going to get traded pretty soon, and that will have a significant impact on the offseason of two teams, on the Spurs and on wherever it is that he goes. There's one more big offseason move that was announced yesterday to enormous consternation.
This actually number 1A.
On social media.
1A.
Number 1A. Clippers superfan Clipper Darrell
Tell me this is not.
has switched sides.
This is a joke.
To the Lakers.
This is a joke.
Clipper Darrell went to Twitter and claimed the change came after a call from LeBron James himself.
Stop it.
Darrell has been a Clipper season ticket holder since the 2001 season. Jalen, has Clipper Darrell ruined basketball?
Not at all. David Jacoby gave me a term for what Clipper Darrell just did. He's a die easy fan. He was a die hard for a really long time with the Clippers. And a couple of years ago, I remember being somebody that was actually tweeting that the Clippers were doing Clipper Darrell wrong because they took his season tickets away. And after the outcry of the fans, they gave them back to him. And Chris Paul was a part of that too. He's not there anymore. So now Clipper Darrell, keep getting them checks. LeBron James call you, and he says that he wants you to be a Laker fan.
No.
Magic wants you to be a fan. All of a sudden, Clipper Darrell gonna be getting great tickets. He's gonna be getting VIP. His gear game gonna be fly. Do what you gotta do.
I love Clipper Darrell, and I'm waiting on him to wake up on the West Coast so I can ask him about this, because this doesn't feel right. Like, there's no person that could call me and have me switch allegiance from my team to another. Something about this is fishy to me.
I didn't see the actual post. He obviously can no longer go by the name Clipper Darrell.
No, are you
right?
Laker
Is he now
Darrell?
Laker Darrell?
That sounds weird too. And he's going to have
He
a
is
purple
Laker.
and gold
He's
suit.
officially Laker Darrell. Has he announced that?
Is one ever officially anything?
So who did he call? LeBron? Luke Walton?
He said no. He said LeBron called him.
Gotcha.